what's up? Let me go ahead, zoom in just a tiny bit here. There we go. Hey, Annabeth. Welcome to Wednesday Night Live. Let me go ahead and get you pulled up on the computer so I can see any questions and comments. And I'm doing this off to the side of my table a little bit because my table is a hot mess. I'll show you guys that in a minute. Okay. And we're going to do this really big tray project today, which I'm pretty excited about. There's the right button. Okay. Hey, Veronica. Hey, Stephanie. Awesome. Hey, Linda. Hey, Sandy. Hey, Joey. Okay, and for anyone watching this later, this is a live video. The whole point is for me to hang out here and chit chat with my friends. So if you're coming for some quick tutorial, you're in the wrong place. Hello, everybody. So how was everyone's Thanksgiving last week? For those who celebrated it. I'd say I definitely crushed it on my mashed potatoes. Oh my goodness, okay. Just get my supplies. Yeah, I did. Hey, Lisa. Yep, I see your live chat there. Hey, Nicole, welcome, welcome. Awesome, Becky. So don't forget to hit that thumbs up. And I guess we can't see the dislikes anymore. Yeah, it was pretty good. Hey, Christy from Texas. Okie dokie. So, you guys see this massive tray mold? I can't tell if you can tell how big it is. Let me pull it up. I got it from Lowly Buffet. Let me see. And it's the biggest one I could find. And I'm making this for someone specifically. Tray mold. Okay. It's like extra, extra, extra large. There it is. Yeah, round, straight edge, silicone tray, extra large. So this one is 16 inches in diameter and it's a 1/2 inch deep. And it says it takes about 56 ounces of resin. Yikes, that's a lot. All right. We're not gonna use 56 ounces because we're gonna do this in 2 parts. But I'll go ahead and mix up probably about 24 ounces. And I'm using Mixed Media Girl Artist resin. Yeah, this is big. So I'm gonna go ahead and add part B in first. I may need to grab another gallon. And I did preheat this a while ago, so hopefully it's okay. This is a 1/2 gallon kit, by the way, for anyone wondering. I got it from Lowly Buffet. Veronica, are you able to potentially grab that link? Or I can grab it for you later. Right now my hands are just sticky because I just started touching resin. Okay, maybe we'll start with 20 ounces because it looks like I'll have enough for that. Yeah, MMG resin. But yeah, the tray is from Lowly Buffet. There we go. Yeah, and if you go through my link there, I think you get 10% off. The one that Veronica just shared. Mina, by preheat, I mean sticking the bottles in front of a heater to warm them up before mixing. So if it's particularly cold where you are, and you know, it's winter's coming, it's not that cold in Los Angeles, but resin really likes to be kind of in the 70s temperature wise. So if your resin's too cold, it can be pretty hard to get the air bubbles out. Yeah, we're gonna use 20 ounces because that's how much I have right now. I don't feel like opening another set. So this will be fine for the first layer. All right, there we go. Okay, always remember which lid goes on which bottle. So I do like to put part B in first. It's the more fluid one, and then I put part A in, and that just helps me to mix it a bit better. Let me move this out of the way. And these TCP, I get these mixing cups from Amazon. They're awesome, and you can reuse them until basically the end of time. Hey, Jenny. The Jenny is here. Make sure you scrape the sides, scrape the bottoms. And this you mix about 4 minutes. Now, if you did preheat it, you can probably get away with mixing it for a bit less. And your work time will be a little bit shorter. Yeah, it is a 1-to-1 ratio. Oh, interesting, Lisa. I'm not sure about that. I feel like it's bigger than a microwave plate. Like that would be maybe a really big microwave. Microwave plates probably normally around 12 inches, I feel like. Hey, Jerry. So I think this is bigger. And I am going for warm colors with this one. So I'm making this for a specific person who I don't think is here, but I owe her a tray from a long time ago. So I'm finally getting it done. All right, I am going to use just resin. Let's see, not that color. I'm going to use just resin. This is Midnight Violet. It's kind of a purpley red. And then I'm going to use some gold. I'm going to use Stone Coat Countertops Dark Red Metallic, and I'm going to use white dye. And I'm trying to decide if I should use the just resin. No, I think I'm going to go with the translucent violet dye. Oh, you're welcome, Sandra. Okay, so this is just about mixed up. And because we're doing such big quantities here, I'll use larger cups. I'm going to start off by putting my colors in the cups, and I want a translucent white. So this is an opaque dye. I'm not going to put a lot of it in there. I'm going to go pretty light on it, and I might add some white mica for depth. We'll see. Here's the purple. Also not going too heavy on that one. Let me get some stir sticks. So who here has never used resin before? Let me know. It is pretty fun. Okay. I think this is going to end up being primarily red. Now, pro tip, do not mix your resin and then put that resin stick back into your paste jar. It doesn't work. Okay, a lot of people. Awesome, awesome. Let me know if you have any questions whatsoever. That is what I'm here for. And for the gold, I'm going to be mixing gold metallic and gold dust metallic, which is really sparkly. Oh, that's too much. So see that? This is why I put the color in first and then the resin, so I can dump some back out if I need to. If you put the resin in first, well, that's that. You have resin but haven't used it. Randy, I do not have a pressure pot, So this will just cure on its own. One day I will. Okay, in the red, I also want to add a drop of red dye, which will give it this other awesome depth. There we go. Okay. So I do fairly equal parts here, but I always start off just dumping out a bit by bit, and then I'll come back and add more to certain cups as I feel like it. I'm not gonna go crazy on the gold, so that'll have the least amount, because that can really take over, and this isn't intended to be a gold piece. I think I'm gonna go heavier on this color. And I have a little bit of clear in here, which I will use as well. Okay, I'm just gonna set that down for a second while I mix up here. That's so cool, Randy. I definitely want to make some pens coming up soon. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys this red. It is this like magical deep candy apple red, and it's this combination of the dye and the mica that I think is so perfect. Look at that. So pretty. Oh, hey, Johnny. Awesome, Christina. This is Mixed Media Girl resin. Mixed Media Girl Artist resin. Veronica can probably grab you the link. It's on my website, mixedmediagirl.com. So this is the Just Resin Midnight Violet paste. And it's basically a purpley red, also gorgeous. All this mixed up. Sparkly, sparkly gold. Yeah, it looks like candy red. And dyes. Now on the dyes, just as a little fun note, you actually don't have to mix them in fully if you don't want to. You can kind of leave them swirly in there. Maria, I'm not sure how to answer that exactly. Like, I don't know, like, are you asking for like square footage of your space or something? You do need decent ventilation. You cannot do it in a closet. Or if you do it in a closet, definitely wear a respirator, but well ventilated space. The room I'm in, I have no idea. 20 feet by, no. Yeah, 15 feet by 15 feet-ish, 20 feet by 20 feet. With really high ceilings and vents. So, yeah. This is a regular resin. An artist resin, not a casting resin. Alright, so let's make sure you guys can see this. Let me know if I need to adjust anything. Want to make sure it's all in there. You don't really need to see my computer. Exactly, Anna. You could even, watch this magic. You could even put just a drop on top of like a clear resin and swirl it around like that. And create these gorgeous patterns. So I'll do some videos on that coming up. Sandra, how long does it take to get hard and sticky? My resin has about an hour work time. But other resins only have like 15-minute work time, so probably just has a really short work time. That's probably it, yeah. Maria, yes, you can do it outdoors, but don't leave your project outdoors, and of course, don't do it on like a windy day or something where you're gonna get dust and dirt in there. Okay, here we go. So I do have sort of a vision for this. We'll see what happens. Sounds good, Sandra. Yeah, this resin also has maximum UV protection and 0 VOCs, heat resistant, so it's great for all kinds of things. This is the purple dye. It looks pretty dark until it gets spread out. The dyes are so concentrated. It is what it is. And the gold. A lot of gold around the edge. These are not my own dyes, unfortunately. I'm still working on colorants, one thing at a time. I'm also working on a faster set resin for those times that you do want to do a project a little bit faster. Now this is going to go through what we call the ugly stage, so don't really worry about it. Oh, interesting, Lisa. Good to know. Truth be told, I don't have a microwave, so I was going off of memory, and obviously my memory wasn't right. Yeah, I love that red. And I really hope my friend likes this because this tray is really overdue. So with trays, especially since I'm using an artist resin, not a casting resin, I generally do them in layers. So we'll do this layer, let it dry, and then I'll come back in and I'll put another layer in it, usually just a clear layer. And I'll add the handles at that point. Okay. I don't have a microwave. Nope. We use an oven or a stove. That's how we roll. Okay. So it's definitely interesting, but we're not done, so don't worry about it. Plus resin, for those who are unfamiliar, it's going to keep moving for quite a while. So what I think we should do is I'll finish this up. We'll chit chat a little bit. I'll sneak peek another project to you that I just finished. The video will probably be out tomorrow, and then I'll come back and I'll show you how it looks at that point. So this is filled up, I'd say maybe halfway, maybe. Now with silicone molds, you generally do not want to use a torch on them. And by generally, I mean you just don't. So, but you can use a heat gun as long as you do it semi-delicately. Yes, the resin levels itself, and it will just keep moving and blending. Jerry, you just guessed my sneak peek. Okay, so I'm gonna heat gun this a bit. And that's also gonna get rid of the air bubbles. That should be enough. Oh man. I was resin my heat gun shut. Okay, I'm gonna do one more step on this, other than probably get rid of those air bubbles a couple more times. I did not use a mold release. Honestly, I've never used one. I used it one time and I was like, eh. But I treat my molds pretty nicely. So I'm going to take a stick here and I'm going to just modify this design a little bit. So I do have a specific look I'm going for in my head. All right, we're gonna leave this. Yeah, guys, hit that thumbs up button. Or the thumbs down if that's how you roll. Yeah, I see 55 thumbs up now. Also, guys, feel free to super chat or super sticker if you wish. That's basically a virtual tip jar. Helps me get more art supplies. So I'm gonna sneak peek this other project over here that I did right before this video. I haven't even had a chance to move it yet. Camera's gonna shake for just a second. And let's see if you guys can guess what this is or how I made this. I think it's so beautiful. Who can guess? Notice the really shininess of it. Hey, Renee. And I put some silicone molds down here to catch some runoff. Yep, bottle bottom with resin. So pretty. So I will be taking it off of this cake spinner. I'm not gonna leave it on there because otherwise it'll dry all wonky. But I just finished this right before the live, so I just left it on there. And I figured might as well catch that runoff with some molds. Okay. Hey, Spicy. Okay, guys. I would love to kind of hang out here with you guys for a few minutes. Yay, Brad. That's awesome. So you guys can kind of see how this moves. If that's okay with you. And I think I will heat it one more time because there's definitely some more air bubbles in there, particularly from me moving it with the stick. It looks like a pizza. True dat. There's no pepperoni on here though. I do kind of wish it had a bit more gold, to be honest, but I think it's cool. And I think I'm gonna really like it when it dries. It's kind of hard for me sometimes to do the warmer colors with resin. I don't know. I'm just such a fan of the cool colors. Let's heat gun this again. I am hungry too, Gail. I could go for a pizza. I'm gonna do one more thing here. We'll see if it works. Let's try this and see what happens. Pay attention. Yeah, it does. Did you guys see that magicalness? That was 91% isopropyl alcohol I just sprayed on there. Created some pretty darn cool effects. Megan, it's still coming, I promise you. Promise you. Oh, I have an exciting announcement I almost forgot to tell you. I know, right, Becky? Me too. Trust me, me too. Julie, do you mean specifically, what do you mean, what do you suggest? Like in terms of products, and do you mean beginner for resin art specifically? I do have some beginner kits on my website if you want to check that out. But in terms of techniques, I think coasters are really easy. Definitely start with something small and get some wood boards and kind of just play around with it until you get a little more familiar with it, is my recommendation. Okay, oh yeah, exciting announcement. Please hold. Your call is very important to us. So I had a lot of people tell me that they wanted a smaller course. I have a lot of kind of chunky courses. I had a lot of people tell me that they wanted a smaller course, particularly on functional art. So I'm coming out with a few mini courses. Let's see what's happening here. My internet is being slow. Please hold. Anywho, it'll come. But I'm coming out with a vase mini course, which I'm really excited about. It is super duper 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 cheap. What product do I suggest for a beginner? I would just pick up a resin beginner kit. That's what I would do. The link is coming. I swear it is. I promise. I will get it. My computer doesn't always cooperate. Yeah, it's 10 fluid art on vase techniques. Super fun. Yeah, I think mini courses are exciting. Awesome, Gretchen. Thank you for joining us. Because I know not everybody has the time or the finances to do this whole massive course. So this is literally just 10 fluid art on vase techniques. And then I'm gonna do a coaster one, and I'm gonna do a tumbler one. And if anyone has any other suggestions or things they would like a mini course on, let me know. And by mini course, I mean on one specific topic. Not like a mini course on how to acrylic pour. That's not a mini course. That's a mega course. And I already have that. So. Jerry, I actually may have found a Florida location to teach a class at. So that will be definitely next year, but it's exciting. And I will be teaching a class in Dallas with Artists Till Death in February. So that's also really exciting. All right, this has been moving a bit. I think I like it. Let's do a close-up. Ohio is not currently on the list. Thanks, Mina. Miriam, that's a kind of a tough question. This resin is technically food safe. Now, food safe for resin is not the same thing as like, I don't know, other things. It has gone through FDA testing and whatnot. But what that means is incidental food safe. So you could set like cheese on it for a cheese platter, but you're not going to eat off of it. Like you wouldn't want to use this on a plate that you eat off of or something like that. You know what I mean? Okay, it's going to shake for a second. Let's do a close-up. And this is going to continue to move. Evelyn, I would say 10 or more. If I'm traveling, because plane flights and everything, you know. And I have to say that a lot of times people say, oh, if you come to my area, we'll definitely go to a class, but it just never happens. And then it's always one reason or another. So if you have a space and you get 10 people together, they pay for it, absolutely. I will totally come out to you. But it's too hard to schedule classes everywhere and try to fill them from here. Oh, desert dragon. That's no good. Let me take a look. It does look a bit like a rose. It's not where it is, Evelyn. It's if I have a space there that I could do it in. Like if there's a studio that I could do it in. If there's no studio there, not much I can do. I would go to any state and any city. So let's see here. I'm not sure. It's working totally fine for me. So maybe try it again, because you shouldn't be running into any issues. I can definitely contact them, but yeah, I just tried it and it's working. So just try reloading. Reload. Okay. Back to the chat. Rhonda, it is so happening. Absolutely. Yeah, I have a lot of places on the list. It's finding places in those places. So I think I have a place in Florida. I will definitely let you know as soon as possible. I'm not sure where it is in Florida exactly because it's through somebody else. And I'm probably going to be doing a series of classes basically with Artists Till Death. And they have done classes in Australia, so it's highly possible that that could happen. Hopefully, yeah, next year I hope to get to Canada and Australia. It would be so cool to see you, Rhonda. Yeah, definitely email me if you have any other issues, Desert Dragon, because it should be working for you. New York is on the list, but probably more upstate. I'm not gonna do a class in New York City, probably, but more like Buffalo area. Renee, that's a good question. That's a big fat maybe. If I did, it would probably be in the Seattle area, but I don't know anyone with a studio in that area, so we'll see. It's all about finding places there that I can teach the classes. That's the deal. Cool beans. Okay, well, I hope that you guys we'll see, Annabeth. We'll see. It's all gonna be next year anyways. Wagga Wagga. I want to go there just because of the name. Is that a real name? Wagga Wagga? That's funny. As if we don't have places that are just as funny. All right, guys. I really hope that you enjoyed this. I will post a picture of this on the community page on my YouTube channel tomorrow, so you guys can see how much it has changed, because you can probably already see the gold is kind of seeping in a little bit, and it's just going to continue moving, okay? And I'm pretty excited. I hope I love it. I really, really do. I kind of wish I had a little more gold in there, but that's okay. That's okay. That's not how you say it? How do you say it? Wagga Wagga? Okay, that's as good as it gets. Wagga Wagga, Wagga Wagga, Wagga Wagga. All right, y'all. Have a fantastic night. I will see you guys next time.